is this? Tabletop Island, huh? Let's see what this is all about.
The music started! We have to keep rolling! Roll the symbols on the tiles in order to reveal new ones! This is the only way for us to find the exit to escape! The track ends in 10 minutes! If you see a gem symbol, we must roll as many of the symbols instructed in order to place the maximum amount possible! In order to escape, we must roll the number of gems still left plus 1! That's the gong! We have 40 seconds to escape! We've revealed the exit! Let's move! This is a real-time game! We don't have time to slack! Keep rolling! Person key! Person torch! Person key! Person torch! Hurry up! We must roll 5 keys! If we don't all make it, we will lose!
Welcome to Tabletop Island. I'm Bernardo, your host, and today we're going to be talking about the game Escape Curse of the Temple. And that game is by Queen Games. I love this game. In fact, I've been holding off doing a review for this game because I'm not a big fan of reviewing games that you can't buy. It was a bit out of print, very hard to find, and quite pricey in a lot of areas. I paid quite a pretty penny there on eBay, but mine does include some things that yours won't. I'll get to that. The game itself does have a second edition that came out with Queen Games. Thank you guys for bringing that back. I am a big fan of this game, and for real-time games, and real-time meaning that you are constantly rolling dice all at the same time, constantly, like you're not stopping. And the audio track makes it so it's 10 minutes long, and it can't be higher than that. It might be a few seconds over 10 minutes, but it can't be higher than the audio track, and that's also great. The game doesn't take long to set up. The tiles itself are pretty explanatory. They explain where the end of the temple itself goes. You kind of mix it up between the bottom 3, if I'm not mistaken, or bottom however many it ends up being, and then the rest go on top mixed up, and you are kind of racing to go through the entire temple, building it, and by doing so you're trying to escape, and everyone has to escape, so it's cooperative. You guys have to work together, and in fact there's times where you will get all of the black dice, which are the cursed dice, and you will not be able to move anywhere, and you need someone to be like, look, you can use my yellow, I'll roll it, but you can use it to unlock 2 of your cursed dice, because one of the yellow die can get rid of 2 cursed dice at once. And the game is very fast paced. I'm a huge fan of games that have that Indiana Jones theme, and this fits well with it. The jewels are great. Volcar, I need you to stay away from the jewels. You already have enough jewels. Stop. Back to the game. So I was stating in the beginning that there are a couple things mine will have that yours won't. A few of the expansions in mine aren't going to be in the big box. I do have the big box. I like the big box. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it. The stickers on the meeples itself did come as like, I'm not sure if it's like a Kickstarter or just an extra thing that they released with the game at that time, but they aren't going to be something that you would get in the normal box edition. So the meeples itself won't have images on them. You can always print some out, stick them on yourself. I thought about doing that prior to seeing that. Anyways, there are a few other things here. Again, with the big box, the base box, it will just be a standard game, much like what you saw in the trailer. There is also the cool curse tiles, which I love. The curse tiles implement like a really unique way to play. For example, you would only be able to roll with one hand, or you can't talk, and it's cooperative, so not being able to talk, if they're not paying attention to why you're not talking and you have your dice locked up, that can be a problem. So things like that make the game a little bit more exciting. If you drop a die on the table, there's one like that, or off the table, then you lose it completely, which is pretty hard for some people. I've seen it a lot, and it is a really annoying curse to have. There is also a bunch of cool other things that came into the big box, such as the like teleport tile, which allows you to kind of put a teleport token somewhere to kind of go back and forth between tiles. I'm a big fan of that also. There is a bunch of different expansion slash queenies is what they call, which are like little mini add-ons. You can throw in every tile. I don't recommend that. I think it is a lot, and I'll be honest with you, when you're first playing this game and you are rolling your dice constantly, it is a workout. It is quite stressful because when that audio track starts to speed up, when the gong goes off once, you have to go back to the center. If you do not go back to your starting point, you lose a die for the entire rest of the game, and that is very hard. So the game gets really stressful and the intensity continues. I'm a huge fan of games, not only that have the Indiana Jones theme with the jewels, but are fast paced, and this game as like a filler game is great. But I will be honest with you, it is kind of a workout, and I feel like I'm always out of breath when I play it, hence why the commercial was a little intense. But the game itself, easy to play, easy to teach. I mean, everyone has 5 dice, the meeples. You look at the images and you play off that. If you add in the other expansions, you want to explain it to the people first because you don't want them to be like, hey, what does this do? And everyone's trying to play. It's a little confusing. So starting off with the base and kind of building your way up makes it that much easier. As just the standard game, it's way too easy, I'll be honest with you. And if you have a lot of people, I can't imagine it being hard at all. I'm generally used to playing with like about 4 people. But the game itself, base game, very simple. Adding in the curse makes it a little bit tricky, but when you start to add in like a little other nuances and a few of the other queenies and expansions, they get outrageous and the game gets really hard and it's very exciting. They have multiple tracks there. It actually comes on a CD disc. If you go on YouTube, they actually have the MP3 file already uploaded. I'm sure you can even rip it from your disc and put it on to like a mobile device, however you end up having it. That shouldn't be hard at all if that's the way you plan on doing it. But again, the game itself, easy to teach, easy to learn. I think it's fun for the whole family. There isn't anything violent about the game. I think the game itself packs really small for the game. I'll be honest with you, I have the big box, so it looks a bit big, but everything contains well in the box, even with all the expansions. And there are even some I don't have, such as like the traps and stuff, which I will get over time. I've kind of not jumped at getting them because a lot of my board game group members aren't a big fan of this game because it is a big workout and it's a lot of moving. I'm a huge fan of it. I am looking for a group that really enjoys this kind of game, along with other games that are a little more complex. But that is for another time. So do recommend trying it out with your board game group because it might not be the right game for them. Again, understand it is a bit of a workout. I'm pretty positive it won't just be me because everyone I've played with it said the same thing. It is intense, it is fast paced, and I love it. I highly recommend this game. Very happy Queen Games did a second edition for this game. That is actually all I have for you guys today. If you want notifications for my new videos, you can hit the bell up there somewhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to make these videos more and more outrageous, and with your guys' help, I have been doing so. Thank you so much for all the feedback and positive attitude I've been thrown my way. I do appreciate it. Monday, regular board game reviews. Wednesday, weekly update / talks. Friday, vintage board game reviews. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time.